Let's roll it, Pat.
Okay, so I'm Pat Ellis. I'm a retired Navy SEAL Master Chief, or former, and my wife will tell you he's still a Master Chief. Anyways, so I originally came to the Navy. I'm going to real quick. I came to the Navy in 1973.
Jesus.
Boot camp. Yeah. Here's a fact. I was working out, pounding down roofs in Elsinore, and it's just a no end kind of thing. And my dad came home from work. He was a journalist, retired Army Air Corps, World War II Korea guy. And I'm watching the TV flicker, and he just goes, "Hey, so what are you thinking about doing?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking about joining the Navy." And he said, "Get in the car." And so, anyways, I ended up. Just after high school, crap, playing in bands and shit like that. And my dad talked me to go down to the recruiter station. I wanted to be a journalist like him. Ended up, they lied to me. They said, "Well, then you should be a radioman." Actually, you should have been a journalist, a JO. I fell for it. So now I'm a radioman off the coast of Vietnam on a ship. And did that and moved to Japan, Philippines. We don't want to talk about the Philippines. Got married in Japan.
Bead window.
bead window. You know what a white pentacle is? The arm too on the
German side. Yes.
he gets this white pentacle message and he doesn't understand it's an exercise. He thinks we're about to get hit by an atomic bomb.
Oh, shit.
So I'm only an E4, which is like not as good as an E5. But anyway, so I was walking. I see this guy. He's on his knees and he's praying. And I'm thinking, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And the teletypes back then were going ding, 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 ding. And it was a white pentacle. So,
what were they doing?
Ding, 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 ding. I still sleep with it. You know, if you step in the ship and against the bulkhead, that's the wall. You step on the ship against the bulkhead from the radio room. The FSK you could hear it just trickling through the ship. So I still have nightmares. But anyways, so after Vietnam, I actually met my first LPO. We picked up SEALs out of Chinhae, Korea, and they smelled like kimchi. And nothing against anybody that's Korean, Hangul.
Probably the hookers.
Yeah.
And
Chinhae's a cool town, though.
they were going in. It was Mitch Croft, who later became my LPO, was with them. They had to go into the beach after they had that attack in Cambodia when the SS Mayaquez was captured. They actually hit the Mayaquez as the Red Army was giving it back. But the SEALs had to go in and identify the bodies, and they had to agree not to carry weapons. But we picked up these SEALs, and I didn't know who these people were. I just heard SEALs. I'm thinking like, oh my God.
What year was this?
This is 1974, 75.
Far before your guys' gay ass movie.
Yeah, 75. So I met all these guys, and we were like,
yet? No.
I was like one.
So all they did is they ate most of our food, and then they go up on the decks and PT all day.
That sounds like, do they tan?
Yeah,
it sounds like
tan,
you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Sleep,
but
eat, and lay around.
Yeah, so that's the
Or
first time
live.
I met SEALs. So it was, and then anyway, so I got out, went to college, blah blah blah. Did the reserves, special boat units in the reserves. Met a bunch of SEALs. Went out to Nyland with these reserve guys. I think they were 112 or something like that, and they were just nuts. Randy Albright and these guys, like we were doing grenade throws, and one of the grenades, and I'm just, I'm a non-combatant. I'm a former Swabi, and they hit a log, one of the barricade logs with the grenade, and it came back. And so they were all diving, but 2 or 3 guys have grabbed the guy in front of them and gotten behind him.
Smart.
No, these are my Navy SEALs. So anyways, so I did SPU, and I did
You're a boat guy?
I was a boat guy.
All right. Hey. I'm just kidding.
No,
You got a boat guy. No, you
know what the boat guys. You know what the boat guys say about
dirty boat guys are my friends.
You know what the boat guys say about the SEALs when they're on deployment? Thank God for your wives.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Westpac widows.
No mom.
So anyway, so I put it in a package to go to Buds. They didn't have enough radiomen for the LCUs, and my division officer hid it. And then I had OOD duty one night, and I found it in his basket. I went to legal. The legal said, "We'll take care of this," and off to Buds.
Nice.
So that's how I got in the Buds, and that's the beginning of it. And then Westpac, the West Coast SEALs. I mean, we were it was a big party. It was like being in a rock band.
What class you graduated in?
127.
Wow.
127. Started out 126. I had Bob Harwood as my.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I've heard that name.
Admiral
Oh,
And I'm an Army nerd, and I heard that fucking name.
Oh man, he was hardcore. I mean, one time telling him that, "Hey, sir, if you're going to do this op, you need to take a communicator with you." Just knock me down. and then he got lost. And we had to go look for him.
Nice.
So I was at Suffolk. Did you ever go to Suffolk in Florida, the big conference? I know we met before. I was down there.
No, I never did that one, but I remember doing a lot of shit in Korea, and I think when you were in Sakor, because I would do the UFL, which was the Ulchi Focus Lens bullshit, and then I always got stuck in Osan because I was like an air guy. And they would always send me there, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's like a computer exercise." They're like, what's the minimum drop altitude or C-130 for static line?" And you're like constantly giving these answers for kind of like dumb shit, But it was actually pretty cool.
My first,
we have an audience for our first podcast right here too, by the way.
My first experience as a SEAL in Korea, not as a sailor walking down Sailor Alley, but we did a mission. Chuck Wolf was my platoon OIC. We launched off the Cockroach USS Cochrane. It was bad shit. It was bad shit. We got
jokes right themselves.
We launched 2 boats. It's an exercise, obviously, but the thing is, you can't land on beaches in Korea that haven't been cleared because there's 50 cals everywhere.
Yeah, quad 50s.
So, God bless officers because they always make the best decisions. The guys in the Radio Shack, like I used to be, it told them we got a WEXAX message. There's a typhoon on the way. And he goes, "We can still do this." So we get caught in a typhoon in these boats. And we're wearing dry suits for the first time and getting flooded. But we ended up emergency ditching on a beach. And the training cadre was backing the trucks up. And we're getting radio messages. We're going to flash a red light. Don't you guys come? I mean, it's huge drop-offs, and not to mention fishing nets everywhere. And
the tidal range in Korea is like 22, 25 feet. It's crazy.
Man. And we've been beat for 4 hours, and we're going to flash a red light, and you guys are going to come in. So the first boat goes in, and I volunteer because I'm an idiot, and I stay with another guy, and we got the boat with all and the fuel cans. I'm taking it in. I'm going to be the hero on this one, right? So I'm the coxswain because I'm the guy. And we see this flashing red light, and I'm going, "That's amazing." So we start, because it was so quick. So we start gunning it. The next thing we know, our prop hits a fishing net. So we're dead in the water, and the lip of that wave came down, hit the boat. Just careened us, engines, everything just crammed. We're rolling on the rocks. I'm actually passed out, right? So they got to pull us out, and they're throwing us in the back of the stake beds. We can't afford ambulances, so we're throwing back the trucks. 2 guys are hyperthermic, 3 guys are injured, right? So it's just a great op. But later, it's probably how it really would have worked out. But nobody shot us. But later, what we found out, what we thought was a flashing red light. One of the trucks had a broken taillight, so every time he hit his brakes, we went out.
Like,
man! So that was Korea, and then of course.
So give us one banger out of Vietnam or Korea, like one solid hitter.
Like, what's the funniest thing that ever happened?
The funniest thing is...
It sounds like you can make anything funny.
Well, dude, he's got some crazy Serbian and Aryan fucking stories.
Yeah, let me tell you about Liberia.
We're going to bring you back on for a full run.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a
Liberia. I'm not on duty. I'm out playing guitar in a town 27 miles away in Tübingen, Germany with my German buddies. And I go back because I'm not on duty. It's called ESET. UCOM Survey Assessment Team. At 4 o'clock in the morning, I get woken up, and the XO Scotty Moore, he's always spitting sunflower seeds out of his mouth. But anyways, Naval Air Force Academy graduate. He says, you need to come in. The XO wants to see you. We're going to do a flyway to Monrovia. You need to get your cage ready. And I'm thinking Monrovia, Los Angeles, because we did flyways training.
Yeah.
Because my parents.
Try again, nerd.
Yeah, my parents live close by. This is going to be cool. Monrovia, Liberia. The embassy in Liberia is under siege, and so I got to go in with an assessment team, and I'm completely freaking plastered. And so they take us to the end of the runway. We fly into Freetown, which is no longer Freetown because there's a war going on in Freetown. So we're taking Russian helicopters into Liberia, and these guys are drunk because when the Hinds, when they flip and they've got a big clam in the back, you see the shit roll down from the cockpit. Well, there's a lot of vodka bottles. This is great.
Big clams and vodka bottles.
Yeah.
Sounds like Russia.
So we need to make a T-shirt. What is it? The MI-24, MI-8,
MI8,
MI8. clams, and whiskey.
Don't sit. They go, don't sit on the clamshell. Where's no
Clams and vodka.
Clams and vodka.
So, anyways, we get in there and we had to negotiate with the State Department. We were under siege. The tribes in Liberia. Liberia was founded by ex-American slaves, and they really learned well because they enslaved the entire population when they came back. So all the tribe leaders are named after presidents: President Johnson, President Taylor. So we got President Taylor, who's fighting with the Johnson clan, which has been going to President Taylor's people's houses, killing the husband, raping the girls, all girls, and if you had a vagina, you got raped, and making them take a bite out of their
Wait. I thought white people were the problem.
Well, not there.
Weird.
But actually, you go to Africa.
Because they learn from us. And
no, dude, when I did 6 missions in Africa, when they see white, you know what they see?
Where is this?
They see green. This is 1998.
Like,
a lot of money with Jesse Jackson over there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No. We had no water. The defense attaché and an army officer for the embassy, when they started flying people out of the embassy because they had a war there, and I think 91, one of the platoons went in there. He got on the first helo out, but fortunately, I'm in civilian clothes because ESAT, you're going to walk around, you're going to survey beaches and shit, right? So I get to wear his uniform. He's a major, right? And it fit kind of good, a little bit big in the stomach, you know. And because I was a SEAL, but because I was a Navy guy, they thought I was a medic. And so I ended up treating the Marines. They had built a barricade. The Marines had collapsed on them. And eventually we had the State Department intervene, and we flew the Johnsons, who had gone over the concertina wire and left some of their tissue in there. And we're talking about the Clintons were very good friends with President Taylor. And now we're in an embassy being attacked by President Taylor's people. Jesse Jackson was trying to work a cell phone.
Oh, because that's the name of the tribe.
The Taylors and the Johnsons.
Great.
Yeah, so the Johnsons overran the Marines, got inside.
That's crazy.
You're telling me I was shit-faced to the wind, and I'm in a Russian helo. And before we were landing, the Russians they're popping off their weapons, right. And I'm saying, is there somebody there? We don't know, but we want to make sure. Yeah, so that was Liberia.
That's
2 weeks.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so.
All right, so sufficient.
Yeah.
Well, this is a teaser, man. Pat, we got to have you on for a full episode.
Sure. Yeah.